The Heart Trust NTA has been in the news a lot lately. That's because they're rolling out a list of new programs, some geared towards the micro, small and medium-sized sector. Next, Executive Director of the Human Employment and Resource Training Institute, Dr. Wayne Wesley, speaks with host Ian Boyne. Watch this.
Thanks for joining us for Issues and Answers. I'm Ian Boyne. The Heart NTA is doing a number of interesting things. There are a number of innovative programs which the organization has, which are impacting the lives of many thousands of Jamaicans. We have its Executive Director, Dr. Wayne Wesley, with us today, and he'll be talking to us about a number of these exciting programs. Thank you so much for your company. Dr. Wesley, good to have you on Issues and Answers. When I look at the number of things that you are doing and are about to do, it's very impressive. Outline some of the main areas of your achievements over the last year.
Thank you very much, Ian, for having me, and a good day to your listeners. The Heart Trust NTA has set out on a mission to become integrated, flexible, and responsive. In other words, we wanted to remain relevant and innovative in our approaches in treating with the development of the Jamaican workforce. In that regard, we have begun to look at how is it that we're going to be making a difference in training and certifying the Jamaican workforce. And accordingly, we have started out by looking first as, so if you look at the HEART, the acronym HEART, the E in HEART is actually employment. Yes. And we have started out by looking how can we begin to effect some amount of employment generation. And to that end, we looked at the MSME sector, the micro, small and medium-sized businesses, and see how can we render assistance to them. And we have come up with 3 particular interventions that will help to advance that sector and grow economically in generating employment. We have started out firstly with the Smart Track program, which is a training program would allow persons to be certified up to our level 3 National Vocational Qualification level 3 certification in small business management. And that program is so designed so that they can actually attempt the various units in modules. So they don't have to do the entire qualification at once.
As a flexibility.
Once an assessment would have been completed and they recognize where the deficiencies are, then the appropriate module can be selected for them to pursue the requisite training that they would require. From this Smart Track program, we have also developed what we call a grant funding assistance program, which MSMEs can access up to $3 million in grant. That will allow them to expand their capacity. But the thing to that $3 million grant is that whatever expansion is happening should lead to employment, at least the engagement of one of our trainees or anybody else seeking employment, as well as facilitating our apprenticeship program in building capacity. So that $3 million grant is for expanding their capacity that should lead to an individual being, an additional person being employed by their establishment. And in addition to that, we have also come up with $100,000 grant to anybody completing our level 3 training program and would be in a position to start their own businesses. That grant is for really our trainees. Once they have completed at least up to our level 3 program, where they would have acquired a good understanding of the skill that they have perfected, then we will seek to engage them with $100 million in grant for equipment. Oh, sorry. Yes.
yes.
Oh,
You'll reach there eventually.
Eventually. But $100,000 in grant that will help them to start their own businesses and begin to be meaningfully engaged within society. So that is it on our MSME program. We have also recognized that a lot of our training institutions are bursting at the seams. And one of the ways to treat with exceeding our capacities through partnerships. And we are forging a lot of partnerships now with several entities through communities, churches, the community colleges, other tertiary institutions to see how we can make available to all the demands that are placed on us, other facilities that are willing to partner with us to deliver those training programs.
So which means that you use the facilities Of the churches, community groups, and so on, to conduct programs.
To conduct programs. I mean, many persons would know about Boulevard Baptist, where we do have a training program, but there are other churches coming on stream now that do have the facility to engage our young people meaningfully with certain skill set, and we are working with them to make that happen. The other area that we're looking at, within deep rural, a lot of training facilities are not available. And so we have come up with our mobile services that will actually go into these deep rural areas to offer training and certification. We have started so far in St. Thomas with our mobile welding lab. We call it Mobile Welding Sparks. And that is out there now training approximately 20 persons in welding technology. And that will be moving around to different areas.
Taking the training to the people.
Taking the training to the people who would not normally have access to these labs. And we figure using our mobile technology is an innovative approach right now, because we cannot build a facility in every single community. But if we are able to have these labs made available to drive in this community for 6 to 8 weeks, delivering training, it will help to advance what we need to do. So
yes, we're going to take a break at this point. So Heart NTA is using creative and innovative means of delivering services to you, the public. We're speaking to the Executive Director of the Heart NTA, Dr. Wayne Wesley. We take a break, but we'll be right back.
This is Diane Edwards from JAMPRO. Stay tuned. You're watching Issues and Answers on Jamaica Magazine with Ian Boyne.
Businessmen and women, members of the MSMEs, no longer do you have to visit several government agencies to register a company or business name. Visit the COJ. They are willing and prepared to assist you in filling out the new business registration form, more commonly known as the super form.
The overwhelming response from the majority of our customers is, why did this take so long to happen? There are persons who actually waited until January 2nd to come here to do their business because they wanted to avoid going to multiple government departments.
Click on ocrjamaica.com for more details.
Exciting, innovative programs of the Heart Trust NTA. Its Executive Director, Dr. Wayne Wesley, is our guest on Issues and Answers. So you were going through the suite of programs being offered.
Just to say, for the mobile services that we are offering, by the end of March, we'll have 2 other mobile labs available. One in restaurant services and another in industrial electronics. And you can see the expansion in the hospitality and tourism industry now, where that restaurant services lab will be very critical in training a lot of the persons in deep rural who will be able to benefit from these opportunities in the hospitality and tourism industry, as well as our mobile career coach. And that coach is available. Persons can actually call in 188-HEART-NTA and book that mobile career coach to come and give guidance to young people, whether in schools, at churches, in community affairs, whatever you're having. That mobile coach can drive up and deliver the full suite of programs that we offer, services that we offer within our regional offices, because we want to make sure access is not something that prevents someone from gaining the relevant training that they're looking forward to. And so those services are on now to make sure that we can reach particularly deep rural, where persons would not normally have access to these programs. One of the things we have thought to do as well, we recognize that persons need to be educated, and in making their career choices, it must be made from an informed position. And we have taken the view at the Heart Trust NTA that information must be available. And in that regard, you would have heard us launch our inaugural Labour Market Research Day last week as a part of the Ministries of Education Career Week, where we present to the public information that will aid them in making right career choices. And so we have come up with our Labour Market Research Portal, and anybody who wants to understand what is the labour market information saying, they can log on lmip@heart.nta.org, and you will get access to all our labour market information.
Wants to know what are the areas that are fastest growing? What are the areas where there is the greatest demand? Because I
right.
don't want to be registering for courses, whose
That will not lead to
careers,
employment.
yes, will not
Precisely.
lead to
So they can just log on to that
very
webpage
vital information.
right, and it gives them access to information that they can use to make an informed choice in the career area and we encourage parents as well to go on and check it out, because we recognize that parents do play an integral role in advising and encouraging their children as to what areas they should be pursuing. And this is another service that we offer for persons to have access to real-time information about the labor market that can advise them as to where they ought to be going.
And just this past week, you announced a $100 million assistance to the Students' Loan Bureau to reach a certain segment.
Right.
To talk about that and the importance of that.
Yes, we do conduct what we call our stakeholder consultation, where we talk to employers and other stakeholders who benefit from our graduates. And one of the things they have outlined to us is that they're looking for persons at the higher level of the qualification framework, persons with higher skill sets. And in order for us to facilitate that, we have thought to partner with the Student Loan Bureau, the SLB, to ensure that persons who are pursuing areas in the STEM disciplines and the technical vocational education and training discipline, that they can have access to funding that will allow them to complete their programs at the higher level. And in that regard, our board gave approval for us to give a further $100 million to the SLB to on-lend to persons pursuing areas that are driven by labor market indicators, as well as higher level program that we want them to pursue. And that will now take our total contribution to the SLB to $350 million for loan for persons pursuing areas in TVET and STEM subjects.
So that heart is reaching the various categories of persons in training and in employment.
Precisely. That's precisely what we are aiming at. And that is why the loan is tied to, it must be funding programs that are driven by labor market information.
Yes. Well, we have so much more to talk about. We have to bring you back next week. The Executive Director of the Heart Trust NTA, Dr. Wayne Wesley, spending time with us, telling us of the exciting things that are taking place, the services that are available to you. Stay tuned to us here where you get this very useful information. Next week I'll be back. Until then, Ian Boyne wishing you a pleasant day.